Almighty God, our Father, thank you for the privilege of meeting this evening. Father, again, we seek wisdom from above to guide the men and women who have been chosen to lead this community. Father, we just pray you will instill within them that wisdom and knowledge that will help this community to grow and thrive. We thank you for your protection of this community and for those who specifically serve in those roles. So, Father, we commit these moments to your leadership for us as a community, and we thank you in Jesus' name.
Amen. Please remain standing for a moment of silence, and keep in mind those in Jamaica that have a Category 5 hurricane bearing down on them right now. Thank you all. Please be seated. Mr. January, would you call the roll of the council, please?
Yes, Mr. President. Vice President Neal.
Here.
Councilwoman Haynes Edwards.
Present.
Councilwoman Chandler Felton.
Present.
Councilwoman Uselak.
Present.
Councilman Pettit.
Here.
Councilwoman Hardaway.
Here.
President Bell.
Here.
7 present.
7 present. Thank you. Moving on tonight to petitions, communications, acknowledgements, and remonstrations. We have the Employee of the Month program for October. I'll call on Town Manager, Mr. Griffin.
Thank you, Mr. President. As you know, I say this every time I'm given the opportunity to be up here. I think that this is a wonderful program that the council has had since inception. Thank you, Chief, for anticipating me. There's an old trope, I'm reliably advised, in police work. There's many, probably, but this is one that particularly moved me. The badge doesn't weigh much until you put it on. Think about that. Doesn't weigh much until you put it on. I think what that's supposed to teach us is we ask the people, the men and women who serve in police departments and fire departments too, but who wear the badge, evidence of their authority, that they took an oath, that they're sworn to uphold. We ask them to keep their heads in some of the most dangerous times. Well, I'm grateful. So tonight, one of those people who wears the badge, who found it not so heavy when he put it on, is Christopher Trotter Borelli. Would Officer Borelli please join us? Trotter Borelli. Pleasure to meet you. I'm going to ask that the certificate of recognition for Employee of the Month for October be read by his chief. Chief Mrs., please.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you for the opportunity to offer this certificate of recognition to Officer Christopher Trotter Borelli. Officer Trotter Borelli was hired in January of 2024 and in a short time has demonstrated law enforcement productivity that can be compared to that of a veteran officer. Officer Trotter Borelli's observations, diligence, and patrol techniques have contributed to several traffic arrests, which also include DUIs and drug possession arrests. He has also received several commendation and has also been praised by supervisors, fellow officers, and citizens for his work ethic and professionalism. Officer Trotter Borelli is currently being considered for position as a field training officer, where he will be able to pass on these skills to new recruits. This is awarded on the 28th day of October 2025. Congratulations, officer.
Chief, can we have him introduce his family, who I believe is here tonight? No, that's okay. Yeah, that's great. Thank you.
You know what? If you don't mind, a picture with your family along with your chiefs would be nice.
That's great. Thank you, guys. Congratulations.
Mr. President, thank you very much.
Thank you, Michael. Moving on tonight to public comments. If there's any public comments, please approach the podium. State your name for the record. Moving on tonight to the consent agenda, we have the accounts payable register voucher approval for October 28th, the approval of the town council meeting minutes of October 14th, the approval of the workshop meeting minutes of October 15th.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Pettit. Chair will recognize Mrs. Uselak for the second for approval of the consent agenda as submitted. Any questions or comments on the motion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Moving on tonight to special orders, we have public hearing on matters which require legal notice, referencing ordinance 25-30 for additional appropriation. Attorney Svetnov.
At this time, the proofs of publication have been reviewed. They are in order, and the public hearing is necessary to proceed.
I'll open up the floor to public comment on this ordinance 25-30. Mr. Griffin, can you give us a short description of it, please?
Mr. President, I am going to ask Mr. King to give you an idea of what the $33,000 additionally of spending authority they're seeking for capital outlay. I think this is related to an asset that we've been discussing and that we needed to identify a source. If the council approves that this evening, there'll be a source. Can you help us identify the specific asset you're wanting to purchase?
Yes, this is for a water tanker insert to put in one of our existing trucks. The current tanker we have, I think it was donated, and I think it's 1979 something. And rather than spend $150,000 on a new one, we're going to got an insert for one of our existing trucks.
Thank you, Steve.
You're welcome.
Is there any public comment on the need for this additional $33,000? Is there any public comment? Seeing no public comment, the chair will entertain we'll take it up later in the meeting, right?
Yes.
Very good. Thank you all. Moving on to the BZA large gathering actions. Ms. Shine.
Yes, Mr. President, we have one petitioner. Could you step to the podium, please? This is for a variance of use to allow a athletic training center in the M1 Limited Industrial Zoning District. Petitioner is requesting a variance of use of approval from Section 21-136 to allow a sports athletic training center to be located in the M1 Limited Industrial Zoning District on 2.95 acres. Petitioner submits that granting this variance of use is needed to allow the sports center to operate at 1201 East 86th Place. Granting this approval will allow Legacy Sports to continue to serve the people of Merrillville. Petitioner was approved for this business at another location. He is now expanding his business due to growth. All participants will have memberships. Petitioner has insurance, and all students will sign a waiver. There is an off-season schedule, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Youth classes 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. and high school 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Football positioning training is on Saturday from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. and basketball schedules also on Saturday with court rentals from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and 1 p.m. to 7 p.m. All court rentals consist of skill positional training. This is not an open gym concept. There are 4 employees that consist of the petitioner, 2 sons, and a wife. This is for this petitioner only at this location and for this use only.
Any questions or comments for this petitioner?
Mr. President, yes, hi, Alvin, how you doing?
Doing yourself.
Good. Are you taking the entire building?
Yes.
You are, okay. For those that might remember, may not know, this building used to house a company called AccuSil that was in town for a long, long time. And another company bought it. I happen to know that because you probably see the billboard out on the property. So, welcome to town. I don't have any problems. Sheila, was there any remonstrators?
No,
Okay.
he
Bill's
was,
an empty building. Thank you.
he was previously located in Crossroads on 61st Avenue, and he got too big, and he needed to move to a bigger space.
We're growing pretty rapidly since you guys allowed me to move out here. So we're get a lot of kids from Crown Point High School, a lot of kids from Valpo, grabbing kids from Michigan City, not including kids from the Catholic League where I coach at Brother Rice High School in the Chicagoland area. We're getting a lot of youth athletes as well. So our times being over there on 61st, I couldn't get the equipment in because I didn't have the overhead doors to bring the speed treadmills in. And so now we have an area for turf where we just do skill and drill as far as football. We have an area for basketball now because I have a lot of basketball players. Even the young ladies that I do train that's in college, I have a young lady that plays for Tennessee. So it's kind of more private training one-on-one when they're coming in and getting their work in. Also, not only are we doing that, we'll be holding, like, we call it legacy mini camps for the youth. I'll be bringing in some of our people that I know that played high-level college ball from Michigan State, in the NFL, to do camps, and something that we just came up with. What I noticed, a lot of kids are not getting offers or getting the opportunity. Coaches can't get kids offers, but we just told them what we're going to do is take their huddle links, their GPAs, their weight, their height, their vertical jump, and we're going to all put it on our website so that the coaches that I know can come to that specific location of the website to be able to look at them and say, hey, we may have a roster spot. We also will be teaching the kids and parents about transfer portals and the NIL because the landscape has just changed so dramatically. And they're going to have a vote. Like right now, they just passed what D1 and D2 about the kids gambling. So now we got to worry about, things like that to keep them in those safeguards. So we're not just a training facility, but we try to get armed with the knowledge because we know kids, my kid, 4 kids went to college, but they have too much freedom, and so we want to teach them to understand that freedom can cost you, doing certain things. So I appreciate you guys giving us the opportunity to come out here and having a blast right now with it. So
Great. Any other discussions from the council?
Motion to approve, Mr. President.
Second.
We have a motion, Mr. Pettit
Second.
and Counselor Neal. For a second, thank you, for approval. Any other questions or comments?
You've got that rookie defensive tackle from Miami, lives right across the street from you. Don't forget him.
I got him. Got him. All right. Thank you.
All right. Mr. January, could you call the roll, please?
Sure. Vice President Neal,
Yes.
Councilwoman Haynes Edwards,
Aye.
Councilwoman Sandra Felton,
Aye.
Councilwoman Uselak,
Yes.
Councilman Pettit,
Yes.
Councilwoman Hardaway,
Yes.
President Bella.
Aye.
7 in favor.
7 in favor, motion carries. Good luck. Moving on this evening to standing committee reports, Budget and Finance. Counselor Neal.
There's no report. Thank you, President Bella.
Street Department and Park Maintenance. Counselor Uzelak.
Oh, thank you, Mr. President. Asphalt patching on Merrillville Road and 79th and Whitcomb has been completed so far. The street department has finished the park maintenance, which was mowing, so naturally the cold weather's here. The grass is not going to grow anymore. So they cleaned up all the parks. And the leaf pickup started October 20th, which goes on for 6 more weeks. So if anybody has any falling leaves, please get them together and put them out by the curb. The general paving will continue with good weather, and that is going on throughout the town. And that's my report, sir. Thank you.
Mr. President, through Margie's committee, Steve, a reminder, I saw some activity at 79th and Broadway into Chapel Manor. Remind the water company, they are paving those streets from curb to curb in Chapel Manor. We already spent the money and paved them. They came in after us and are repairing water lines after the fact, and we're not going to pay twice. So I'm on the record.
Yeah, and they've had, these past 2 weeks, they've had several water main breaks all over town. They've really had a rough way to go, but they're maintaining.
Steve, what's our cutoff for continuing the street paving?
We'll watch the weather. When you get down to 40 degrees is our cutoff for asphalt paving for as far as NDOT specs. We put a lot of asphalt down this year. Just to recap on Councilwoman Uselak, we put down almost 42,000 tons of asphalt this year already, and we have laid over 22,000 feet of curb and gutter. So just as an update.
And also, President Bella,
Yes, ma'am.
if we can probably get something else out to let the residents know that the branch pickup is over, because I'm seeing a lot of branches
Yeah.
on the sides of the road that residents are leaving out, to let them know that they can drop those off, but the branch pickup is over because we are in our leaf pickup. So we may want to reiterate that in our marketing, which.
I see Mr. Riley taking some notes right now, so.
Yes.
Thank you, Chaz. Thank you, Counselor Neal. Anything else, Marge?
No, that's it.
Thank you. Council Affairs, Councilman Pettit.
No report.
Personnel, Policy, and Employee Benefits, Counselor Hardaway.
Well, I'm going to let the two departments speak about the job openings that they have. I just want to remind residents that we do have the My Merrillville app. So if you are in the job market, please download the My Merrillville app because it is updated to show the job positions that we do have available in the town of Merrillville. So when Jerry and Steve get to their reports, they can tell what jobs they have available in their departments. That concludes my report.
Thank you. Environmental Affairs, Mrs. Uselak.
Well, thank you, sir. What we have going with Matt Lake is the cleaning up of Taney Place Ditch, the part that we own. I believe that's completed now. Is that completed, Matt?
That's correct, yes.
Oh, okay, thank you. And then we still have some of Kaiser Ditch to work on, which Matt will be taking care of with his staff. And if there is anything else, he'll give it in his report. That concludes my report.
Thank you,
Thank
Mrs.
you,
Uselak. Public Safety, Counselor Hardaway.
No report, Mr. President.
Elections, Public Relations, and Town Beautification, Counselor Neal.
Thank you, President Bell. I reached out to Robertson Engineering just to get a check on our gateway sign and our park sign. The update was supposed to come out on the 29th, so I'm just waiting to hear. Hopefully tomorrow we can hear an update on getting those two initial signs completed and installed.
Great, thank you. Economic Development, Counselor Pettit.
Thank you, Mr. President. We had a redevelopment commission meeting before this. We approved two resolutions. One is going to be on the agenda later on that the council also has to act on, but we had to have the RDC act on it, and that is the interlocal cooperation agreement between the town of Merrillville and the city of Hobart for the Mississippi 69th Avenue Roundabout project. I see Mr. Damerall in the audience. Jake, good evening. So we'll take that up later on. We also agreed to an interlocal agreement between the town and GPTC on using allocation area money as our match for the Broadway corridor express route that has been running for probably 15 years now.
That's the bus service.
The bus service.
Yep.
Yeah. So we authorized that. And then we also authorized an agreement for some design engineering for the Liberty Estates West, where the 20 acres is going to be donated to the town as a regional park. American Structure Point is going to get started on that. So that covers economic development.
Thank you. A lot going on. Utility Liaison, Counselor Chandler Felton.
No report.
Parks, Recreation, and the Dean and Barbara White Community Center, back to Mr. Pettit.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'm going to defer in Jerry's staff report. The only thing I will announce is that there will not be a committee meeting Thursday night at 5 o'clock. We're going to reschedule that for into November. So, and I'll wait for Jerry to update on some of the things that are going on there.
Great, thank you. Abandoned and Blighted Properties, Counselor Shi.
Thank you, Mr. President. There is nothing to report for that.
Okay, moving on then to special town projects. Also, your committee, I did get to the trunk or treat a bit late, but I saw that it was well attended, almost looked the same as last year.
Well, thank you. There was way more
more,
participants
okay.
and residents that showed up this year. We had over 1,000 people, maybe even up to 1,500 or so that showed up this year.
That is more.
One of our biggest trunk or treats that I've seen thus far. The town residents started lining up early, and the line wrapped around the community center for them to get in, so they were very eager to be there. The costume contest that we had last year, we had about 8 participants, but this year we had over 30. So that even grew. That grew. We had to narrow down to 5 winners, and we had some very tough decisions in front of us, but we were able to do it. And they were some great winners that came out. They put a lot of creativity into their costumes this year. The red carpet treatment, they loved that, the parents and the participants to get to walk the red carpet and have their picture taken by our famous Chaz Riley. We want to thank all of our vendors, our town departments, businesses, organizations, and residents who helped make this trunk or treat a success. We look forward to next year. We're going to have way more candy and vendors because they came out in droves this year. So we are very grateful for you all that showed up.
How many vendors participated, John?
I think the last count was at 58.
Yeah, we were at almost over 60.
Wow.
Yeah, over 60. So that, it continues to grow, and we are grateful for that. We want to give a special thanks to Jerry and his staff at the community center for running the event, which includes Sharita and Adam Mitchell of 107.3 VIP, who served as our MC and DJ. We thank all the residents who took the time to help set up Brian. He was also very diligent in helping us get prepared for this event. And it was just a big success. So we
Great.
thank you guys for making it a success. We look forward to next year's event to be even bigger. The next upcoming event will be Halloween, which is this Friday from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. Be safe out there with the trick-or-treaters, our little ones, and don't eat any candy until you get it approved and inspected by an adult at home. Our next upcoming after that will be our tree lighting ceremony, which will be held on Friday, November the 28th, from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. at the Dean and Barbara White Community Center. And we will have more details to follow as we progress with getting everything ready for that. And that is about it.
Which of course means, Steve, that we'll need our decorations hung up a little early this year.
And we're also going to need Mr. and Mrs. Santa Claus. So if you can find them, let us know. No pressure.
I'll take a look.
Yeah, we appreciate it. But that is about it. Also, tomorrow, with the Lake County Clerk's Office, Merrillville Town Prosecutors, and Ross Township Trustee, they are doing expungement and job fair at Hidden Lake tomorrow. Pre-registration is suggested for the expungements, but to come out and get, if you're looking for employment, along with the town's jobs that are available, tomorrow is your time to do so from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. And that is it for the event. And as far as the semi-quincentennial,
Go ahead.
we are going to be meeting in November to start our project for the 250th birthday celebration of this nation. That's a long time. So I look forward to meeting with the people who have signed up for that. And again, if you want to be on the committee, please go to our Town of Merrillville app, and you can get our emails and email me to let me know if you want to be a part of that. And we are also looking for special events committee people as well, residents, to help be a part of what we are planning in the town. Now that is it.
I will mention that I overheard some other municipalities talking about their parade plans for next year. And because of the 250th, they're planning some very special things. So I think we need to get it together,
But
too.
we're gonna pull out our big hat for this one.
Sounds good. Thank you, Shauna.
Big hat, low cost.
Big hat, low cost. Big bucks. We're gonna go big or go home. Keisha has
Moving
a
on
money
tonight.
tree in the back with Sean, so we're gonna make it happen.
Moving on to department and commission reports, Stormwater Management Resources. Our director is Matt Lake.
Thank you. Really quick, I wanted to thank Congressman Mervan for meeting with me at the Stormwater Resource Center on October 9th. We talked about an overview of our utility and operations and projects that we anticipate for next year and beyond, and the potential of federal funding. So I want to thank him for taking time out to meet with us. We also finalized a QC of our billing file for 25 pay 26 for stormwater billing. We had a total of 14,114 parcels, generating over $2.3 million for next year. Also, winding things down with Bonner Lake and our treatments. We had some beavers we had to trap out there and relocate. So we had to take care of some things out there to keep things flowing. Working with Lake County too on the regulated drains and the trash racks, as well as our own trash racks, trying to clear them out for the winter. Finalizing our recertification documentation for Tree City USA, so that will go out this week. And we're done with maintenance at Chapel Manor and the ditch segment in there. And that's all I have at this point.
Great. That reminds me, Matt, we do have your signed proclamation for Arbor Day.
Yeah.
Make sure you get that before you leave.
Great, okay.
And then we'll
thanks.
want a copy back, of course.
Yeah, yes.
Okay, thanks. Northern Indiana Regional Planning Commission, our representative is Counselor Hardaway.
No report, Mr. President.
Lake County Solid Waste Management District, Mrs. Neal.
Yes, thank you, President Bella. The next meeting is on November the 20th at 6:30. And that's all of the updates I have from the Lake County Solid Waste.
Thank you. The Shared Ethics Entity, Counselor Hardaway.
Just a reminder that the Ethics Summit is on Thursday. This is a free event for anyone who would like to attend. It is at the Avalon at 8 a.m. It goes to about 11 a.m. There will be a continental breakfast that they offer. And so if you would like to attend, I think this is on the My Merrillville app that they can register. Once again, it's Thursday, October 30th at 8 a.m. at the Avalon, and it's free. That concludes my report.
Thank you. Moving on to the Fire Territory Board, anything from Mrs. Neal or Ms. Hardaway?
No report.
That was in unison.
Ooh, synchronizing it together.
Clerk Treasurer's Office, Mr. January.
Yes, sir. All right, so at the end of September the 30th, we had, as a town, $84,830,000. I got an echo with this darn hat on. It's throwing me off.
We're in trouble.
Right, so we have $84,830,862.01. Of that money, thanks to Mr. Griffin and the reports we got today, we had $9,092,263.18 at the Legacy Fund. And that's money that the Dean and Barbara White Foundation gave us and other gifts that we have. We also received another food and beverage tax check for $147,494.01. And throughout the course of the year, we've had personnel services paid based off of our accounting system of $21,787,577.40. And license and permits, just various figures. We had, these things up in print with commas, $1,112,135.46 just in license and permits. I haven't did a comparison from 1 year to the next, but it's probably pretty close to what it was, but that is my report for today.
Very good, thank you. Moving on tonight to Department Managers Report. We'll turn to Jerry for Parks and Recreations, please.
Thank you, Mr. President. Flooring update in the community rooms. They have started last Thursday, and what was supposed to be a few weeks is looking like a couple weeks before completion now. So those rooms are closed. We're moving around programs to different areas in the building if we're able to. If not, some of those are being rescheduled. So make sure you call ahead if you're signed up for one of those programs. The painters are finished. They did the community rooms as well as the hallway where the locker rooms are. It looks really great compared to what it did before. Chris Detmer from CORE is coming sometime this week or next to check out the volleyball net holes and connect us with the contractor that did the gym floors. And we're going to come up with a game plan for that to get the poles straightened up. Right now, the inserts are all cracking, whether it's putty or clay or cement, whatever it is. The poles aren't straight, and we run a lot of volleyball programs at the center. People rent it out for volleyball, so we want to get that fixed as soon as possible. Open positions right now at the center. We have a part-time site supervisor position open, a full-time site supervisor position open, and 3 recreation attendant positions open. So if you're interested, you can find those on the My Merrillville app or the website. Upcoming programs, we have Winter Youth Basketball League in the early bird stages for signups. So until the 31st, there's a $20 discount for that league. We have Youth Arts and Crafts November 22nd and January 31st. We have breakfast and bingo every Tuesday at 9 a.m., adult line dancing every Wednesday at 9:30 a.m., parent and me yoga and adult yoga as well, different classes. And then we also just added a step aerobics class Mondays and Wednesdays from 4:30 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. That one looks fun, so if you're interested, go sign up. And that's all I have.
Thank you, Jerry. Moving on to the Police Department report, Chief Nusis.
Thank you, Mr. President. As trick-or-treating and Halloween come, there's a couple things that I'd just like to mention, some safety tips that we are going to be putting out from the police department. These are going to be to ensure a safe and fun experience for all the kids. As we always say, our kids and our community are our most prized possessions. So that being said, some of the tips are going to be alert, watch for vehicles or anyone acting suspicious. Check candy. Inspect all candy before eating it. Also be visible. Wear bright reflective costumes to increase your visibility. We're also going to have extra units out that night to make sure that everything is smooth. And one of the other things that we're going to be doing this year is we're going to be publishing this Do Not Trick or Treat list. This is something that other communities are doing, and it's going to be publishing addresses that are prohibited from participating in trick or treat. So this is one of the things that's going to be coming up on our website or on our Facebook page. I'll also email it to Chaz so he can get a chance if he can put it on our town app as well. And that's actually all I have. And hopefully everybody has a happy Halloween and good trick-or-treating for everybody.
Thank you, Chief. Anything else from the Planning and Building Department? Sheila Shine?
Thank you, Mr. President. Just one thing, one project, the contractor came in and pulled a permit for the J.D. Byrider. I've been watching it, and they're ready to start their exterior remodel. That's the Anthem's Church. So they're ready to go.
Good.
And the other one was the Modern Drop Forge. They had an explosion, and they're getting ready to put the building up. Chester Construction is doing that one. Just two projects that we've been really watching, hoping that they get in before the end of the year.
Great. Street Department, Steve King, anything else?
The only thing I have to add is we do have an open position for a mechanic. The job description and salary and benefits are on the website, or you can use the My Merrillville app, the link in the My Merrillville app. One thing I do want to say, we're out leaf vacuuming right now. We've got 4 or 5 crews out there. I'm asked the residents to be patient. Last year, we had a resident who wasn't patient and ran over one of our employees with his car because he didn't want to wait. The employee was injured, so just please be patient with us. There are, live bodies out there, and they need to go home at the end of the day just like everybody else. So just please be patient.
Thank you, Steve. Town Manager's Report, Mr. Griffin.
Mr. President, as you know, the second meeting of each month, we actually adhere to Merrillville Municipal Code Section 2-39.1. and you have a compilation list, but these are the staff reports that have been law in Merrillville for a long time. I also want to remind the council that tomorrow will be a staff meeting at 12:30 p.m. We will ask Councilor Hardaway to be a guest. She wished to have an opportunity to address the department heads. We also will have Trista Hudson there to talk a little bit about, I know we sound like we're nagging in a broken record or a broken digital recording, if you prefer. We're broken in trying to remind you that we do need your participation in the capital asset plan that we're developing. And I'll be presenting on the purchase code. We've adopted it now. It's been refined. And I just want to go over what the limitations are under it and what we require to make a purchase. And every department head in here, believe it or not, has purchasing authority under that ordinance as a purchasing agent. And I'll do my very best to go through it quickly but understandably and to take your questions. Of course, the council is always welcome to join us if they wish. But again, we're welcoming, hopefully, Councilor Hardaway to come and make an address to our membership as well. If there's a question to me, Mr. President, I'll be very happy to answer it. Apart from that, I will be seated.
Mr. Griffin, please remind us about the comp plan notes that I think we all owe you.
Thank you for that.
Close of business Friday, I think.
Yes, close of business Friday. That close of business for me sometimes is midnight. I hope for you it will be 5 or 6 o'clock. I'll collect all of those, and I will make sure that they get distributed to our comp plan developer. It's just, you're welcome to contribute on all 6 chapters, but we thought that you needed to focus on chapters 5 and 6 as they will have the most. There's a lot more policy language in there that I think you should be made aware of. Of course, there'll still be another opportunity for the council to comment on all of it because it still requires your adoption. But once we get done with this step, we're going to turn it over to the planning director who will have the plan commission take the steps it needs in order to have the hearing, consider it, recommend its adoption or not, and then it'll be taken up with the council. Thank you for that reminder. Again, if there's anything else, I'll be happy to answer it. Otherwise, I'll be even happier to be seated.
Have a seat, Michael. Thank you.
Thank you.
Moving on tonight to general orders, we have a bond ordinance number 25-33. It is an ordinance, I believe, that Mr. Pettit mentioned earlier. Is that what this, no, this isn't not the one, I'm sorry.
Yes, 2533 is the
Yep,
first
okay.
reading.
First
You're
reading.
right,
It's
Mr.
the
President.
GO bond.
Right.
It's a GO bond.
So this is the ordinance of the town of Merrillville authorizing the issuance of a general obligation bonds for the purpose of providing funds to pay for infrastructure improvements, the acquisition of certain equipment of the town, and incidental expenses in connection therewith and on account of the issuance of the bonds. This has a variety of things that we're doing. Mr. Griffin, you want to add anything else to it?
Mr. President, the best way to describe this is that it's going to largely do some things with our physical plant. It's going to provide the resources to do some retrofit and renovation to the police department area of the building. It will pay for a new roof, which we really do need. It will add a fence with the permission of the council to the physical plant in the back that we've long needed. It also will pay for signs. So the first 2 signs that we received, we're still waiting to get those up. But this will cover the cost of the park signs that were identified in the master plan and the balance of the welcome or location signs that also had been desired. These will fit. We haven't ordered them yet, but we based the price for the funding on this, on those ones that we already had because we got the price from that system. It is going to cover the cost of replacing 2 vehicles that are part of our policy that we're going to refine for the Department Head of Parks and Recreation and the Department Head of Planning. The good news is those cars came in at roughly our budget desire with the necessary benefits on the vehicle or accessories on the vehicle. We're going to try to, I've got to work with the clerk treasurer. I understand that they manage the annual the annual auction. So we'll be bringing to you pursuant to IC 5-22-22. I'm just showing off, Mr. President. The things that we need to have in order to have the council act to declare that property is not worthy of use anymore, unfit for use, or declare it surplus so that we can sell them, one of which will be the former park vehicle, an Equinox, I believe. And we're not going to do that with the Ford that the plan director has. With the permission of the council, I'll prepare a memo, but we're going to ask for your permission to establish something we've long hoped to have, which is a pool vehicle. It'll be assigned to the administration office, but it'll be available for any department or employee that's going on public business somewhere and doesn't want to use their own vehicle. We think that this is something we've long needed, and our hope is the council will forbear us to do that. That, I hope, has been comprehensive about what this ordinance will lead to. This is just first reading tonight. We hope you'll favor it at your next meeting, where we hope to have scheduled an additional appropriation hearing for you as well for the bond proceeds.
I will point out that this is, principal amount is not to exceed $5 million.
So moved, Mr. President.
Second.
We have a motion by Mr. Pettit with a second by Counselor Neal.
Yeah.
For approval on first reading of ordinance 25-33, the bond ordinance. Questions or comments from the council? Hearing none, Mr. January, roll call, please.
Sure. Vice President Neal,
Yes.
Councilwoman Haynes Edwards,
Aye.
Councilwoman Chandler Felton,
Aye.
Councilwoman Uselak,
Yes.
Councilman Pettit,
Yes.
Councilwoman Hardaway,
Yes.
President Bella.
Aye.
7 in favor.
7-0, motion carries.
I thank the council.
Moving on tonight to second reading ordinances, we have ordinance 25-30. It's a ordinance to restore and appropriate undesignated, unreserved cash on deposit to the Motor Vehicle Highway Restricted Fund for costs as yet unplanned by the department. The amount is $33,000.
Mr. President, just to remind the council, you had your public hearing pursuant to the statute on the additional appropriation for these proceeds. There was no public comment to the contrary, and as we revealed to you, this is really about repairing a tanker
Water
truck,
tanker, yes.
which we think is a better option than trying to replace it outright. We hope the council will favor us with adopting this ordinance tonight.
Thank you, Mr. Griffin. Is there a motion from the council?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Mrs. Uselak with a second by Counselor Shi.
Neal.
Counselor Neal again, sorry, guys. For approval of ordinance 25-30 on second reading. Any other discussion from the council? Hearing none, Mr. January, roll call, please.
Sure, Mr. President. Vice President Neal,
Yes.
Councilwoman Haynes Edwards,
Aye.
Councilwoman Chandler Felton,
Aye.
Councilwoman Uselak,
Yes.
Councilman Pettit,
Yes.
Councilwoman Hardaway,
Yes.
President Bella.
Aye.
7 in favor.
7 in favor, motion carries. Moving on
I
tonight
thank the
to
council.
resolutions. We have Resolution 25-41. It is a resolution authorizing the entry into an interlocal agreement between and among the town of Merrillville and the city of Hobart, two governmental entities with the purpose of providing resources to support the extension and improvements of roadway improvements. Mr. Pettit did reference this earlier this evening. This is allowing us to partner with Hobart and actually purchase right-of-way inside their city limits as needed.
Motion to approve, Mr. President.
Second.
A motion by Mr. Pettit with a second by Mrs. Uselak for approval. Is there any further discussion on this? Seeing none, is a simple resolution. All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Aye, opposed? Let the record show that that motion is approved. Another resolution tonight is Resolution 25-42, is a resolution authorizing a transfer to the Park Non-Reverting Operating Fund.
Motion to approve, Mr. President.
We have a motion by Mr. Pettit,
Second.
second by Counselor Neal, for approval of Resolution 25-42.
This, I believe, Mr. President, we discussed this in workshops with Trista, taking $200,000 out of the food and beverage tax money and putting into the park non-reverting for operating at the park system, the community center.
Correct. And it's what the fund is for, so that's good use, sure. Any other discussion on the resolution? Seeing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed? That motion carries. Moving on tonight to Resolution 25-43. It's a resolution providing for the transfer of appropriation balances from and among major budget classifications in the Fire and Hazmat Fund, as requested by the proper officer and forwarded to the town council for action tonight.
Motion to approve.
Second.
We have a motion by Counselor Neal with a second by Counselor Shi for approval of this Resolution 25-43. You can see there the decrease in the two departments is $42,938. The increase going into other equipment is $42,938, and the net effect is zero. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed? That motion carries. Moving on tonight to Resolution 25-44. The resolution of Town Council acting as the Works Board, accepting the bid of Midwest Lighting Services as the lowest and most responsive bidder for the light emitting diodes, LED, retrofit project, being the lowest responsive and responsible bid in the amount of $28,262. This is to replace the lighting here at Town Hall. And I do like to congratulate Mr. Griffin for getting us a $76,000 United States Department of Energy grant to pay for this.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Counselor Neal. I'm sorry, Counselor Uselak. Who's the second, guys? You guys need little lights. I'm going to get you a push button.
Right.
It's going to light up.
Blue, green, red.
Second by Counselor Neal. Questions or comments on this?
I have a question.
Mr. January.
I want to know, there is a huge discrepancy between the three bids here.
There is, huge.
Right. The lowest, 28, which is the one that we accepted, up to 138 and 72, have, in my experience, a lot of times when bids are this low, I just wonder, will they be able to actually do it at that price? Are there going to be change orders or what? I'm just curious.
It's an excellent question, Mr. January. Mr. President, do I have permission to respond?
Absolutely.
Thank you. I needed permission. It's the parliamentary way. It's an excellent question. Part of the reason is that we allowed in this particular bid response, when we went out for proposals, we had a pre-bid meeting, and I explained to them they can do it one of two ways, where they take out every one of the fixtures and replace them if they wish, or they can basically do it where they take the existing fixture and adjust it, because there's that technology now, which we knew would be less money. The two that are closer, the 28 and the 78, I believe, out of Indianapolis, the one out of Indianapolis had technology where they were going to do a tube change, so they would look like fluorescent lights, but they'd be LED. The winning bid actually can keep the existing settings or the fixture. They'll take out the ballasts because we require that for disposal, and they'll be able to equip them with an LED that'll work there with the existing equipment. And they were bidding, trying to get it, so they were competitive, and that spread was about $50,000 between them. And the one that's probably got the technology that's the most, Continental Electric is a well-regarded and very reputable firm that does great electrical work, but their bid was basically based on taking everything out and replacing it. And if they were competing with others doing the same, it would have been competitive. But we said in the pre-bid meeting that they needed to be aware that we were asking for either or. And as long as we were satisfied the specs were met, we'd waive in formalities. We didn't have to do that in this case. We would proceed with the one that costs us the least, and that's why that's recommended. And I will be very unhappy if we get any requests to make a change order for something that was foreseen.
No change orders.
Yes, I hear that. So there you go.
No change orders allowed.
Well, the law does permit 20% if it was unforeseen within the scope of the project, but we're not going to tell them that law. We're going to hopefully allow them to.
You probably know that.
I think you just told them.
They're not going to do that. I will tell you, though, because there's still so much gap in the grant we were given, I'm still trying to talk to our contact in that department. It's hard because of the lack of appropriations that they can't operate without. I want to try to find out if we can then just do a simple add-on to add the public works facility. There's a part of that that needs to be retrofitted. Some has already been done, but some has not. And we think that since it's well within it, it would not be a violation of the rules. We're well below 50,000, in fact, so we'd be fine.
You're gonna be
But we want to find out if they would allow us.
You're gonna be encompassed under the contractual
Yes.
provisions.
The goal will be to, if they'll allow for that, my sense is we're not going to send anything back. This grant is a voucher. We're doing that because the paperwork is less onerous. So we'll essentially we'll apply for a voucher, they'll give us back the amount we spent, and we'll be done, I hope. So I'm optimistic about this process.
Very good. Thank you, Michael.
Thank you more.
This has been a long time coming to get these lights replaced. Yep. Any other questions or comments from the council? Hearing nothing else, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. The motion carries, Michael.
I thank the council, and I hope you'll like it when they're done, too.
Moving on to announcements, I do want to point out the two totes in front of the dais, and I think we're going to have some totes in the lobby. This is for the Marine Corps Reserves Toys for Tots program. We're requesting a new unwrapped toys. We participated the last couple years and did really well. So if anybody has anything, please bring it to Town Hall. You can just give it to our front door person and they can put it in a box for you. We're looking forward to doing that again this year. Our next town council meeting is November, I believe, we're going to keep it on Tuesday, the...
Mr. President, thank you. That's a
14th.
great question. You are set, based on your pattern of second and fourth Tuesdays, to meet at 6:30 on November 11th. That is a paid day off. It is Veterans Day, and we'd like to honor the veterans. If you think that we would be in some way not being honorable that day, I need to know, because I got to advertise for an additional appropriation hearing for the bond issue. We think Wednesday would be a fine day to convene that meeting. We'll make sure the notice goes out if that's the pleasure of the council.
We'll let you know.
Thank you.
Thank you, Michael. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn, everyone. Good meeting.
So moved.
Thank you all. We all adjourned. We just need Marge, that's all.
All right, Marge, you gotta go though.